Hello CGS parents, welcome to 7th grade Advanced Academics. I'm Miss Lindley and I'm so excited to have a wonderful year with your students. So just a little about me, so I'm not just some random stranger teaching your kids. I have a bachelor's degree in creative writing from Florida State, go Noles. This is my second year teaching here at DHMS. I played volleyball in the Junior Olympics in 2015. I'm a huge animal nerd. I love houseplants, and I was born and raised in Jupiter, Florida. As far as getting in contact with me, my preferred method of contact is my email, which is lindleyj@pcsb.org. If you contact me through my email, I'm just more likely to get back to you more quickly. Students may also message me through Canvas in the inbox, but they're likely to get a quicker reply through my email just because I have that set up to give me notifications on my phone. Please do not contact me through Focus Messenger because it's really glitchy and it doesn't let me reply a lot of the time. Sometimes it just lets me read the messages and not reply to them. So the best and quickest method of contact for me is my email. This year, our curriculum explores the concept of images, and students are going to complete activities designed to help understand this concept. We'll explore the topic through discussion, writing, listening, independent study, and research activities. In this class, we'll read and discuss short pieces of literature, videos, images, and even children's books. We'll be reading Alice in Wonderland this year. And we'll also examine the idea of personal image and whether or not you can change your personal image. It's also important to note that as we move through the curriculum, students will be making progress toward their gifted goals in knowledge, questioning, research, creative and critical thinking, leadership, goal setting, and products and performance. Students will also be making progress in their social emotional growth. I try to at least incorporate one day a week where we focus on things that are aimed at helping them in the social emotional areas of their growth, like things with perfectionism, leadership, communication, active listening, and all of those good things. Our classroom rules are pretty straightforward. I just expect students to be in their seat when the bell rings, getting their materials out and ready to go. I expect students to follow directions the first time they are given. I expect them to be respectful to others and to themselves, and also to our classroom, which I didn't put on this PowerPoint, but that is one of my expectations. I expect their phones and their food to be away. I do not allow them to have phones in my class ever unless they are, they have a bit of free time and they're working on things for another class that maybe require their phone. And lastly, I expect students to raise their hand before speaking and not shout out for any reason. I want students to develop accountability and good time management skills, and therefore I do have a pretty strict late work policy. Students can turn in unexcused late work for 10% off per day until 5 days after it's late, leaving them with half credit, and I don't accept work later than 5 days past the due date for unexcused late work. The exceptions to this rule are documented excused absences, 504 plans, IEPs, or any other extreme circumstances, in which case please just reach out to me by email or in person and we can work out a makeup plan. I do not assign homework. The only work students should complete for me at home is their unfinished classwork. I try to update grades every week, but it oftentimes ends up being every other week just due to all the students that I have quarantined and all of that late work I do have to catch up with. So I try to keep grades updated as often as I can. In the grade book, the only time you'll ever see a 0 is for work that I did not receive, so it was missing, or your student may have turned it in and just had no name on it. If something is turned in to me, the lowest grade I will give it is a 50%. So 0s are only for missing work. I know that there were some concerns about the amount of materials students are carrying in their backpacks. The good news is students don't need a lot of materials for my class. They do need their laptop occasionally, but that's something they should be bringing to school anyway for all of their other classes. They need a composition book as their bell work journal, but they can store that in my classroom so it never has to go in their backpack or go home with them. They need some sort of loose leaf paper or spiral notebook for any classwork that is done on just lined paper. They need pencils and pens, and they need something to store their work in. So a folder or a 1-inch binder, something small is fine. I've already loved getting to know your students so far this year, and I know that our year is just going to keep getting better. I'm so excited to have your students in my classroom, and please reach out to me if you have any questions or concerns.